Welcome to this conversation we are having.
Thank you.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, and you?
Man, I'm alive, man. I am alive. I
I'm
mean, I'm
alive
just
too.
yeah,
That's
and I'm blessed, bro.
so good to hear from you that you live on everything. It's fine.
Yeah, brother. I first just want to say thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I know you.
I appreciate the privilege. I appreciate the privilege also. I appreciate that. I'm not going to take that for granted.
So I wanted to. I really. So we talked before.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
have this. I was like, man, this conversation that we had before was so good that so it's being recorded now, and primarily for our African brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And it was. You see, I got the fist up, right? Oh yeah, you can't see. I'll show you. It's a pit.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that.
Yeah, but what's going on? I learned so much just from one conversation with you.
Okay.
And you got the information you share with me. I know so many people who need to hear this information. So
Okay.
I was like, hey, let's get them on live and let's go ahead and talk to them. So
Oh, that's
first,
beautiful.
let's
That's
just start
beautiful.
with just an introduction. So just go ahead and
Okay.
tell the people who you are, where you're from, tell them about yourself.
Okay. Yeah, good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening across the world. It is night here in Nigeria. My name is Oluwo Awoyinka Agbejalabofa. I'm a Babalawo from Nigeria. I'm a priest. I'm a spiritualist. I'm a priest from Nigeria, from Oyo State. My state is Oyo State. I am born and brought up here in Nigeria, and I'm a chief in my local town here in Nigeria, which happens to be an Oluwo. An Oluwo is the head of priests. You know, we have different religion, we have different culture, but our culture is, we our culture is traditional, and that is Ifa. Ordinarily, Ifa is the voice of Olodumare, who happens to be the God of universe. In different part of the world, we have different name, we call God. So let me cut it as an introduction. So that is it about me.
So can you said now Oluwo, that's the title, right?
Yeah, Oluwo is the title.
Now what language is that in?
You say what?
What language is Oluwo?
Oluwo is a Yoruba pronunciation.
Okay. So
Is a
that's the
Yoruba
Yorubian
pronunciation.
pronunciation for a priest.
Yes. No,
Got you.
not for priest.
I'm sorry. For what?
A priest is a babalawo.
Oh, Babalao. Okay.
So when we have a team of priests, so the chief priests, so the chief priest has the title of Oluwo.
Okay, I got you. I got
Yeah.
you. So the chief priest has the title
Yes.
of Oluwo.
Exactly.
Got
Exactly.
you. Got you. Now, when we was talking before, that's when I was blown away because I was like, bruh, you a chief.
Yeah, I'm a chief.
Now, how does that feel to be a chief, man?
it's very good, you know. I've been a it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years now, you know. I've been doing an interview about how I've been handling the office of being a chief. No, it's not an office transferable. It's only when one dies, so another person take it up from there. So in a family, we don't usually have many high profile chief like that. You know, we have several families, have a lot of families. So each respective family will come together in a town. So in that town, they will pick an high chief. You know, we have we have chiefs. So there will be a chief priest. You know, I have some elderly people that are older than me, and they are my, you know, they are my subordinates. They are under me. So I'm the high chief, and you know,
So hold on,
one
hold
thing
on,
is you.
hold on. You're the high chief or you're just a regular chief?
Yeah, no, I'm a high chief. I'm a high chief.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you was just a regular chief.
No,
So I'm
no,
talking to
no,
a high
no.
chief.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a high chief.
See, this is why I wanted to have this conversation because, like, I'm a hood dude, right? And like the hood is like the slums in Africa. You see, like if you think about the slums in Nigeria, so it's crazy for me to be talking to a chief, right? It's just like blowing my mind. Like, yo, like you're a high chief.
Méjèèjì. Mm. You
So
know,
let me.
I'm gonna show you how we do dress. You know, as a chief, I use this. So as an I chief, this is called Itagbe. You can see it as so. So as an I chief, this is what I use now. You see, the two are different, and you know, so the difference between this is chiefs use this. So when I was a chief, I used this. So when I became an I chief, so I started using this.
And so
You
when we
know,
was talking about this, oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. My bad.
okay, no, you know, there are some time you have to undergo some training and some, you know, some spiritual prayer, and you know, they are going to scrutinize you, and they want to know how you can manage people. You know, let me just chip in my mother tongue, in my local language. You know, Oma she tutu fún ẹ. So you know what I mean by that in in that phrase is, you know, they will do some what? You know, they will do some sacrifice, some etutu. You know, some of our, it's not every of our words that have an English pronunciation. So so that is it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. And I
No,
think
thank you.
the other thing I wanted you to share with us was when we was talking about last time, we were talking about how you became a chief, how it was a part of your lineage, and also
How I became,
yeah, you said it was I'm so, yeah, then you said it was a part of your lineage, like it's in your family.
exactly, exactly.
Did you talk about that
Yeah,
and about how women were chief and about how far back? Because you said like the 1700s before. So can you explain that part again?
yeah. It's, you know, it's has been in, you know, it's been in existence for for a very long period, a very long century. since the last record they have when writing starts, when they were able to document, was 1700. So that was when they could have record of
Hold on.
it.
It skipped. Can you say that one more time? Because it skipped right. You said it was 1700. Do you remember the year, or was it just the 1700s?
I think that was around 1705 when the chief
1705.
then yeah, that was
Okay.
1705. The chief priest then,
Okay.
when the high chief then died, when he died. So when they were making a replacement,
Oh,
so it
okay.
was, so that was when they started recording. So the last person before him, we couldn't record the number of years he spent and how he got to that level. So, but the last one that they were able to have record of was that of 1705. So,
And you were and can you tell me about the woman too, right? Because remember
yeah, about the
you
women,
saying women were queens. Could you yeah, could you talk about that too?
yeah, we have women as chief. We have women as chief, just that they can't be the head. Like what I mean by they can't be the head. There is this. We have titles they can hold. They can be queen. They can be yellow day, yellow jar. So that yellow day is like head of women in the whole town. And when we talk about yellow jar, we have markets, local markets. So the head of all those markets, we have women head those markets aspects. So that is it on the Iyaloja, and we have some other. We have Erelu. Those are the titles women can hold. And to men, we have Oluwo, we have Apeno. Apeno, Apeno is more or less where there is Oluwo, that's where you can see Apeno. They are like people who, they are the king's men, they are the king maker, they are the one that will do the initiation for the king.
Now
They are
and
the one that will do the initiation for the king.
I got
So that is the work of the Aquino. So we have Otun Oluwo, we have Otun Oluwo, and we have some other offices like that. So we have Lisa, we have Elekumefa, different titles with different responsibilities. I hope you get me.
now and when we talked last time, you said there was equality for women. Could you say more about that? And like,
You said
when we talked last time, you
you
said that
said what?
there was equality for women.
Yes, there is equality.
Can you
Yes,
talk more
yes,
about
there
that,
is
like
equality.
how
You
Africa
know,
treated?
our our
Yeah.
our our culture generally, African culture, there is no segregation and no discrimination with women. We treat our women equal, just that in a house, the man is always the head of the family. So that is it on African culture. So our culture generally, you know, when they brought in the British colonization, when it began, when they started colonizing our people, they have misinterpreted some part of our culture. But it is our culture that men are meant to be the head of the family, and women can never be a king. So a woman and the king wife is mostly the queen. There are some places whereby the title, for example, like Queen of England. I've not been hearing King of England, King of England. So we don't practice that kind of a culture here in Nigeria, in Africa generally. Let me say in Africa, you know, the most mentioned is the king. So the queen, they are just they are assistants to the king. So, and when the king is gone, when the king is old, and when the dimension of the king, the queen have to step aside. They still maintain that lineage. She remains a queen, but once there is no king again, so the town will come together, the chiefs, the king's maker, they come together. Then the family on the roll to be the king next, they will come in. So once the family come in the palace, every wives of kings remain in the palace. So the new king that comes has them as his own wife. So he has them as his own wife. So every one of them, the dwelling place of the king is the palace. So in that palace, different women, even there are some that are more older than him, that are up to being his mother, they also remain a queen in the palace. So that is it about equality. Treat our women equal, treat them equal. They have a say in the family, and they have a say in the community, in the town. So in our various villages, they have say. So, and whenever we will be coming together, probably we want to have a king meeting. You know, we bring them. They are always with us. So they add and make contributions. But there are some rights. Our spirituality. There are some part of our culture that whenever we are serving, we want to feed those gods. Probably some periods of initiation, women can't be there. So it is strictly men, because there are some things they are going to face, you know, and when they are facing those things, a woman must not there. Is the only woman that can be there is a woman that is not menstruating again, because it might affect the women. So that is it on that. Let me just cut it like that. Hey, baby boy,
Now there have
how are
been
you?
like there have been powerful African queens throughout history. Now, are they just
Yes.
outside Nigeria, or are they just in a different country? Is that what it like?
No, they're not in different country. You know, the African women, they are powerful. You know, like in the history, when we're talking about Oshun now, Oshun, when we're talking about Oshun now, Oshun is a woman, and when she's old, she turns to water. She turns to a large ocean. And every year we do feed Oshun. We do festival for Oshun. Oshun is a woman that turns to water. The same thing Oya turns to water somewhere in the bush. You know, when those people, when they are so powerful and the power can't just be controlled, they turn to something else. And there's a way we communicate with them. So Oshun now, Oshun inside that river called Oshun River. There's a big mermaid. It has a form of fish from the, let me say from the abdomen down. Instead of legs, you see the fin of a fish. While from the
I
upper
got you.
side to the head, it is in form of a fish, of human being rather. I mean human being. So the upper part is a fish, is human being. Is a beautiful woman, a beautiful queen. I will send you some pictures of that. Why instead of the legs, it is in form of a fish. So
Kind of like what we
so
have, like mermaids.
we have we have Shango. Shango is the god of thunder. Whenever we are feeding Shango, there is something we call Oshe. Whenever we stretch that thing up, thunder strikes immediately. So when they are generating electricity for us here in Nigeria, there's a dam called Kanji Dam. They use the power of Shango to transfer energy into their transmitting machine. So it is that energy that is supplying power, electricity across the African countries, some African countries, some neighboring country to Nigeria. So we use it in generating electricity. Those gods are so powerful. Those people during their time, they were so powerful that the power, they can't control it. And even till now, everybody still has that power. We still have it imbibed in us. For
Oh,
example, they it, when it is time for action, those powers manifest because it has reduced, but the power is still in us. There are some family, what they do, they call the family Pella. That's their family name, Pella.
and you saying that both men and women have this power?
Yeah, yes,
I
yes,
got
yes,
you. I
yes.
got you.
So, the Pella family, they are magicians. They can just say, open an empty room, and he just stretch his hand and say, go and bring out sweets. And when you enter the room, you meet a lot of sweets inside that you started sharing it till you finish. You know, that was, when the Bible, when they were trying to copy some of our culture, they have culture. The Jews, they also have culture. So, when they create some things, they said Jesus feeds 5,000 people with 3 loaves of bread and 5 fishes. And it turns those fish. It was the power of magic. It is magic. So, we have people that do it here. We do it here also. I have my own power. I have things I can use spell to control, things I can use spell. We do Ifa reading. I think told you about that. We let me show you. So look at this. Look at this. Look at this as it is now. As a babalawo, you must have this. And through this, we use it to, we use it in doing research about people. We use it in knowing the past, the present, and the future tense of a person. Whenever we cast it for people, we ask them some questions, and whenever we cast it for people, we will be able to tell them about their past, about the future, and the present, what they are going through. So probably they were going through some challenges. So once we cast it for them, we know the challenges they are going through. And through that same thing, we will be able to get a solution through sacrifice. And we make sacrifice, we make offerings. And whenever we want to make offering and sacrifice, we make use of animals. We make use of some things like, we make use we make use of some things like fruits, animals, and some other prey materials that I can't mention on the screen. So we use things like rat, we use fish, we use goats, we use fowl, we use chicken. We use those things. We can't use human being for sacrifice, so we use animals. We use them in making sacrifice, and we use it in praying for people. We use it to seek healings. We use it to to do a lot of things for people when they are in challenges. We use it to make prayers so they get out of the challenge. So that is it about power. Everybody has power. Our women, they do consultation for people with calories. In our local language, you call it erinjinlogun, and it is in form of calories. So they use it in making consultation for people. When someone is in problem of giving birth, they make prayers for them, and even we do it as well. So, but mostly women, they do it. They are the iyalorisha, while we are babalawo. So the iyalorisha, the power, they use it in healing. Probably someone, when people are in challenges, so they use it in making prayers. So everybody has power. The only people whose power has died in them are those who are, who practice the religion brought to us. They brought two religions to us here in Africa. Or let me say the whole Africa. Those that were colonized by the British, those that were colonized by, during the colonization period, they brought Christianity and they brought Islam. So, some part of us, they so much take the Christianity, which they don't even know the background, which happens not to be the beginning of our culture. And in African history, Christianity, when they brought Christianity, when the British colonists, when they brought Christianity to us, that was when colonization began. That was when they started, they mobilized our people, They give them Bible, and in the Bible they will say, learn to forgive others. And the colonizer, our people, they will tell our fathers that they should not worry, they are going to give them a machine they will be using. You know, they might bring them. It was said to be mirror. They started with mirror. So when they give them mirror, they were like, you know, I'm seeing myself in something. I'm holding a mirror and I'm seeing myself. So they give them their lands, they give them their children, their family. So those whites, they pack them and travel them over the water. There's a water they call point of no return. That was why that is where they do travel our people over the water. Once you cross the water, they are not coming back again. So you know, so some of our people, the man that translated the Bible to our, you know, to our local language, his name is Ajayi Crowder. He he was an apostolic bishop of Anglican. He's an apostolic bishop of Anglican, and then he was, you know, they took him away from Nigeria at the age of 9. So he was moved and taken to the British at the age of 9. You know, his father was told that they want to go and take care of his son. So they took him off Africa, and after so many years, they said he should come and translate our language. You know, before a kid of 9 years old, you know, it's the level of his understanding then was very low. Though, you know, we Africans, we have a very sharp memory. Or let me say we blacks, we have a very sharp memory. So, you know, through that, they were able to tell him that we want you to translate this English. You know, they've trained him so he can speak a fluent English, he can speak English very well. So they trained him that you are going to translate this English Bible, you are going to translate it to your local language, which is Yoruba. So, you know, when he started this translation, there are so many errors. That was when we started having different versions of Bible. We have Yoruba King James version. King James is not a Nigerian, but we have his version of Bible. We have, you know, we have different Bible, different version of Bible, but our culture is one. So, you know, some people, they prefer the deceitful aspects than to practice their culture, because they've been deceived and they believe the Western world, they believe the British are more exposed. So they brought light to them. That was why they accept the religion so much. You know, the number of churches we have in Nigeria is almost, you know, is almost, oh, let me say, one over 10 the population of Nigeria, of Nigerian houses. You know, like, I think we should be having over 40,000 churches across Nigeria. You say what?
Oh yeah, I didn't because I was gonna
Okay.
say I know you're busy, brother.
So you know, so that
Think we
is it
should soon.
about our culture. So let me cut it there.
Say that again.
I said so we can proceed to if there is any more question. So maybe I can move
Yeah,
on with that.
I think we can begin to wrap up now. I
Okay,
think my son
okay.
is ready for us to be done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to attend to the baby boy. You need to attend to him. So don't
But we're
worry.
gonna
Next
do this
time.
again. I guess
You
do
say
you have
what?
any more closing words?
Yeah. My closing words is, what I will have to say to my brothers across the world, to my fellow Africans, my black family, the black nation, is let's come together and let's come to our fatherland. Let's come back home. They don't love us. The whites don't love us, and they don't have our interest at heart. They don't have our interest at heart. So let's come together. Let's come home. Let's build our nation. Let's build our own world where we can be at peace, where we can love ourselves, where we can be free. So that is my closing remark. I wish us all the best wherever we find ourselves. And I pray as we have it in mind, as we have the determination to come back home, I pray the Almighty Olodumare will give us the grace to do that. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Oluwo Awoyinka Agbejanla Bofa, and a far priest and an high chief here in Nigeria. Thank you.